Good evening, welcome to the North.
Sorry to make you guys do roll call.
Love you, Meg. All right, good evening, welcome to the Norton Select Board meeting of Thursday, February 29th. We're going to do a roll call to see who's here. Let's see, we have Meg on Zoom.
Yes.
Okay, we have Denise,
Yes.
Alec,
Yes.
and myself. Kevin had a family issue, so he's actually out of state, so he couldn't be here tonight. We wish him well. All right, now we'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance, and Alec, I think, brought a flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, next up, we lost two great members of our community, Robert Medeiros and Ronald O'Reilly. I knew Robert Medeiros briefly, so I don't, and I unfortunately did not know Ronald, so I think Alec maybe wanted to say something, and we'll do a quick moment of silence.
Yeah, I'd like to thank you, Steve. Ronnie O'Reilly was married to one of my cousins, so he was family. Passed away this past Saturday, February 24th at 82 years old. Norton resident his whole life since high school. He was a member of the Norton Town Hall Building Committee, the Norton Lions Club, and a 21-year member of the Conservation Commission. And I think anybody that knew Ronnie knew how good of a heart Ronnie had. He's one of the nicest guys you could possibly meet. So, you know, God bless Ronnie. And Bobby Medeiros, another guy I've known since I was a little kid. He was one of the permanent fixtures in Norton. Had a good contract in business for years doing septic systems and everything else. Anybody that knew him knew he was matter of fact and to the point kind of guy. Told it like it was, no sugarcoating anything, and you knew exactly where you stood with him. And he was very well respected for that. So we're going to miss him as well. He was also a member of the Conservation Commission for a certain time period. Member of the Board of Health, Building Committee, and just a super all-around old school guy. So we're going to miss him.
All right, thank you, Alec. We'll take a quick, brief moment of silence for those gentlemen. Okay, so now we'll move on to our business. We have appointments and resignations, retirements. We have an appointment of Evan Willard as permanent full-time firefighter, EMT.
Do you want to be G? Do you want to go back? Do you want to?
So the two Bs we can do together, Mike? Right?
Both of the A and then the two Bs, yeah.
Do them all together.
Okay, so I want to do something.
Perfect.
So thanks for having us tonight. Chief Simmons is at a professional development conference, so he wasn't able to make it, so he sends his apologies. We have three well-qualified candidates that are going to join the Norton Fire Department. As you guys know, we're going to have trouble filling positions just because of the shortage. And it's kind of been about a 6 to 8 month process. And with the three gentlemen tonight, we definitely hit the jackpot. They're going to fill 3 positions that were open the last year and a half or 2 years. 2 were retirees and 1 resigned. So I think this is going to bring the department to a full complement for the first time since I got on in 1987. So, which is good. We just always seem to, as soon as we get everybody, you know, or full staff, someone retires or someone gets injured or someone goes to another department, so it's been tough. So what I'll do is I'll have each of them come up and then basically you can do the letter. So the first one is Evan Willard. Evan's from Westport. He's a full-time firefighter on the Little Compton Fire Department, so we're able to steal him from a full-time fire department, which means that he actually has gone to the fire academy which is good. After he goes through the onboarding process, he's going to be able to go right onto a shift, which is a bonus as far as that goes. He's a full-time, again, firefighter. He's also a Rhode Island cardiac, and he's a Mass Advanced EMT, and he's taking the bridge program starting in March to bridge from cardiac to paramedic. So it's an Excel program. It'll be much quicker. I believe it'll be done by like September, October, and he'll test and be a Mass paramedic. Basically, he's here with, who are you here with? You are with?
Mom, Andrew Willard, and then my girlfriend, Sydney Castle.
Yep. Okay. So the next one we have is Devin Hunter. Come on, Devin. So, so Devin was born and raised in Kylene, Texas. He currently lives in Lakeville. He's part of the United States Marine Corps. He was stationed in Oceanside, California, where he met his wife, who was from Massachusetts, from Bourne. They live in Lakeville with his 2-year-old son, Levi. He's currently working as an EMT for Brewster Ambulance at Plymouth. He'll attend the paramedic training in the academy, once we get him on board. And tonight, he's here with
My beautiful wife, Destiny Marie Hunter.
Right. All right, and the third one is Joshua DeChico. So Joshua was born and raised and still lives in East Bridgewater, Massachusetts. He currently works for Brewster Ambulance Service out of Brockton. He's currently in paramedic school, and he'll be finishing around towards the end of the year, at the end of the year. So again, that's a bonus because we have somebody that's already in the program, which works out really well. He'll also be going to the academy. He's about halfway through the paramedic program. And you're here tonight with?
My mom, my girlfriend, her 2 parents, and my neighbor.
Pretty much, pretty much the whole back row. It's when I spoke to him, I said, you really have to bring your family to this because it is a family job. I mean, they're joining a family, and obviously you're going to be a big part of their success in the department. So, like I said, I can't say enough with the interview process and everything they did. Like I said, we really hit the jackpot with these 3 well-qualified candidates.
Excellent. So normally we give everybody an opportunity if they want to say something. You don't have to. Don't feel like you need to. But you're welcome to come up and say something if you'd like.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Put you on the spot, right? So we're going to do these individually for votes, but we actually do because Meg is, we have to do a roll call on them because Meg's online. So we'll do them individually or... Yeah, just go one by one. So we'll need motions for each.
Okay, so I'd like to make a motion to appoint Devin Hunter as permanent full-time firefighter EMTB for the town of Norton effective March 11th, 2024, subject to your satisfactory completion of all required medical and agility testing. Your continued employment with the town of Norton is contingent upon attainment of your paramedic certification in accordance with the provisions of the MOA you entered into with the town.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Meg?
Yes.
Denise?
Yes.
Alec?
Yes.
And I am yes. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, I'd like to make a motion to appoint Joshua DeChico as permanent full-time firefighter EMTB for the town of Norton effective March 11, 2024, subject to your satisfactory completion of all required medical and agility testing. Your continued employment with the town of Norton is contingent upon attainment of your paramedic certification in accordance with the provisions of the MOA you entered into with the town.
Second.
Sorry, we have a motion and a second. Meg?
Yes.
Denise?
Yes.
Alec?
Yes.
And I am a yes. All right.
And I'd also like to make an appointment for Evan Willard as a permanent full-time firefighter, EMTA, for the town of Norton effective March 11, 2024, subject to your satisfactory completion of all medical and agility testing. Your continued employment with the town of Norton is contingent upon attainment of your paramedic certification in accordance with the provisions of the MOA you entered into with the town.
I'll second.
All right, motion and a second. Meg?
Yes.
Denise?
Yes.
Alec?
Yes.
And I am a yes.
Thank you.
Congratulations, all three.
Thank you very much.
No problem, thank you.
Thank you, John, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Congratulations, boys.
Good job.
All right, next up, we have the resignation of Amy Paul from the Founder's Day Committee. Do you have anything on that, Mike? Or is it just?
No, just to notify you that unfortunately Amy had to resign. It wasn't easy for her, but her current commitments and priorities required that she resign.
So, okay, next up, we have the appointment of the following individuals for the Historical Commission. Stephen Amort, Stephen Lipkin, Stephanie Ruffini.
Thought that was interesting.
There's three.
Stephen, Stephanie.
Can't make it up.
How did Danny go out and find people all virtually the same person?
I don't know,
Fun alphabetical list somewhere. Correct with me.
yeah,
Yeah, just going down his
I
list.
don't know Stephanie. I know Phil Griffin.
So it's good to actually have people coming forward to
Absolutely.
fill those vacancies.
So just make a motion to appoint,
Yeah, I think we do all three in one motion,
right?
right?
In one? Okay. I'd like to make a motion to appoint Stephen Amor, Stephen Lipkin, and Stephanie Ruffini to the Historical Commission.
I'll second.
All right.
Just say, so Mr. Moore and Mr. Lipkin, their appointments will be till June 30th, 2026, and Ms. Ruffini will be till June 30th, 2025. And there's still one opening on the 30th in this interest.
So do you want to amend your motion to reflect those dates?
Give me the dates again. Steve Amor
Till 6/30/26.
and
This Stephen is 6/30/26.
what's the other one, Mike?
Stephen Lipkind.
The two Stevens are
And
6:30.
Stephanie was 24?
25.
25. 6/30/25.
6/30/25. Okay, I'd like to make a motion to appoint Stephen Moore and Stephen Lipkin to the Historical Commission through June 30th, 2026, and Stephanie Buffini through June 30th, 2025.
Second.
All right, motion in a second. All, Meg?
Yes.
Denise?
Yes.
Alec?
Yes.
And I am a yes. All right. We thank all three of them for volunteering. It is hard to get volunteers here. All right, now we have an appointment of James Jordan to the Water and Sewer Commission.
So, as you know, the water and sewer, the town voted to form a public works department. The other thing on part of that was that the water and sewer commission would now be appointed by the select board. And Jim's fortunate enough to be the first one. Jim's turn as when the election happens on April, is it 28th? So, well, 27th. So he would be, the appointment would be recommended to start on April 28th, 2024 and continue to June 30th, 2026. And as it happens each of the next couple of years, we'll do the same thing to get them back onto the June schedule when all the appointments are.
So what's the start date of this one, effective date?
4/28/24.
Day after the election.
4/20, okay, 4/28/24 to 6/30/26.
You're welcome to say anything if you'd like.
Okay, well, firstly, thank you for having me on the agenda tonight. I've actually been a little anxious on this because I do want to look forward to remaining on the board. I actually ran as a write-in 3 years ago, and in the 3 years I've been on the board, I have to say I've learned an incredible amount. Admittedly, I was faced with a bit of a learning curve as I'm not a water sewer guy by profession. I do air testing for a living. So coming at it from a bit of a different angle from what most people probably have been on this board in the past. But I will say that I have not only learned an incredible amount, but have extremely enjoyed my time on the board. I think the department is very professionally run, Frank and John and the whole crew, and my colleagues on the board. I think we have a very cohesive unit right now. Everybody, wants to be there, which is great for the town. And, for me, there's a bit of some proudness there to be able to serve the town in this capacity. I don't see myself leaving Norton anytime soon, so I'd like to stay on for the foreseeable future. I don't really have any designs of going any further in Norton government. I think I'm very suitable for the Water Sewer Commission. It kind of fits my whole skill set, and I'm not a politician or anything, so I really don't have any, think I would be suitable for other boards, and, I very much enjoy being able to serve the town in this capacity, so, I would very much appreciate the appointment, and like I said, hopefully, this isn't the last time I'm here being appointed.
All right.
And if you have any questions for me, that's fine too.
How are you related to Timmy and Nikki and Josh? You related to
I'm
them at
not.
all?
Timmy and
Jordan.
Josh Jardine?
Yeah.
Don't know,
Josh, they grew up in-
don't know them.
Yeah.
I'm from Mansfield.
Okay,
Grew up in West Mansfield on William Street.
okay.
So, yeah. I didn't know there were too many other Jardines around,
Yeah,
actually.
it's not common last name. Well, good. I'd like to make an appointment, a motion to appoint James Jordan to Water and Sewer Commissioner, term effective April 28, 2024 to June 30, 2026.
I'll second.
Excellent. All right, motion and a second. Meg?
Yes.
Denise?
Yes.
Alec?
Yes.
And I am a yes. See, nice and painless.
Thank you very much. I really
Thank
appreciate
you.
it. Thanks a lot.
Appreciate you.
Very much.
Thank you.
Well, thank you, Mike. Appreciate it. Thank you, Meg.
All right, rolling along, we have minutes for February 15th. Did everybody get a chance to take a look at those? If there's any changes or corrections, let me know. If not, I'll take a motion to approve these minutes.
Good, please.
I'm good.
Make a motion to approve the minutes from
February 15th.
February 15th.
Oh, second.
All right, motion and a second to approve the minutes. Meg?
Well, can I say yes if I wasn't there?
Yeah.
You can, yeah.
Or you can abstain.
Okay, yes.
Denise?
Yes.
Alec?
Yes.
And I am a yes. All right. Next up, we have a discussion and or a vote to approve a one-day beer and wine liquor license to Mark Hasselbarth for a private event at Wheaton College in the atrium of the Balfour Hood Center from 7:30 PM to 10 PM on Saturday, March 2nd, 2024. Has everybody taken a look at this? Do we have any questions?
Everything's covered.
Yeah, I think it's straightforward.
Yeah, I don't like these events, so.
Yeah, they do them all the time.
So make a motion to approve the one-day beer and wine liquor license to Mark Hasselbarth for a private event at Wheaton College in the atrium of the Balfour Hood Center from 7:30 PM to 10 PM on Saturday, March 2nd, 2024.
I'll second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. And Nick, if you have questions, just speak up. I apologize, I haven't been asking, but please just let me know.
No, I will.
Okay.
You know I will.
All right, so we'll do the roll call. Meg?
Yes.
Denise?
Yes.
Alec?
Yes.
And I'm a yes.
Just a quick question. Mike, this is a new online format they do now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's new, huh? Yeah, good.
All right, do we have any announcements?
Still working through all the kinks.
Oh, we got it.
We do. We do have announcements. Just these two?
Yeah, I think so.
So, the Norton Historical Society is presenting a Meet John Adams, second President of the United States event. It's a one-man show starring George Baker, Sunday, April 21st at 2 o'clock at the Norton High School Auditorium. Admission is $20 for adults, $10 for students. There's discounts available for parties of 5 or more. Call 285-7070 for details. You can send checks to the Historical Society, P.O. Box 1711, Norton, Mass. The ticket will be at the door. And the Affordable Housing Lottery, excuse me, at Norton Links, 195 Mansfield Ave, Norton, Mass. Gotta read the whole thing.
No, if you can just give people the details and the date.
So the rent amounts and,
It's rental housing.
yeah.
Yeah, just the bullet points.
So, Norton Links, it's a community or studio, 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom apartments that they are hosting the lottery for. 7 studios, 8 1-bedroom, 8 2-bedroom, 2 3-bedroom. And they have the household income limits. Public information session will be April 10th, 2024 at 6 p.m. via Zoom. Application deadline is May 7th, 2024 at 2 p.m. The lottery is going to take place May 22nd, 2024 at 6 p.m. Attendance is not required at info or lottery sessions. That's it for information. Go to the www.sebhousing.com.
And we'll have all that information and more on the town.
On the town
If
website.
anyone has to find it. Great. It'll be nice to see those apartments opening up.
We're almost there.
Yeah.
You've done a good job.
For anybody, that 195 Mansfield Avenue, it's a new, huge apartment building behind the McDonald's, next to the McDonald's on Mansfield Ave.
All right, excellent. On to new business. We have a discussion and/or vote on mobile exhibit for the Race Across America organization. Do you have anything on that, Mike?
You know, I brought someone here though
Did you?
to talk on it.
What? You guys sick of seeing me?
Never.
No.
Thank you for allowing me to come before you. I approached you back in November last year and described it and gave you some information about it. I have applied for this unit to come to Norton, and for those that don't know what it is, Race Across America has a mobile educational exhibit, and it travels across the country, and it's a huge thing. And it has bump outs and it has videos, and it's really very well done. So I've applied to get it. You all suggested that I meet with Dr. O'Neill to see if we could use their facilities, and they were very excited about it. She and Wade facility. And by the time I got there, they had already researched it, and I'm ready to give my pitch, and they're talking about stuff. I'm like, does this mean you're okay with it? And I'm like, yes. So they're very excited. They suggested that I'm hoping we'll have it on a Saturday or Sunday. They want to push the buses back by Yale and use that flat area where the buses park. It's nice and stable. There's a handicap access ramp to it, and we don't have to worry about people tripping or falling on the grass. They do say we can use the generator that they'll allow them to hook up. I told them that Mr. Rich said that he would get a porta potty for everybody. So they're very excited. She said when we know a date, to let her know. There's always promotional information already written up for us, and I'll give it to her. She said she sent it to all the schools, so all the kids will know about it, and that is a huge thing, is to educate them. So I did check today, And I still suspect, they won't be back in New England until November or December. Right now, they're heading to Georgia, Kentucky, and Florida. In May, they'll be in Tennessee, Ohio, et cetera, but they'll be heading back up this way, November. So I'm hoping that we have it for this year. So what I need from you is to answer any questions that you have, any concerns you have, and whether or not you will vote to approve that we can do this.
Personally, I'm all 100% for it. Do we need to wait until we know what date to vote, or should we?
Well, I'll let you, I can either send you something,
Yeah.
or I can come before you yet again, which I know I will probably anyway.
So why, what are you gonna, explain it again, it's gonna be on school property, right?
Correct, and they've already said it was okay with that.
So you wouldn't need a vote
Okay,
of the select board.
just letting you all know.
But I can tell you for one, I'm
Yeah, we
100%
can
for it.
offer our support, yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
Great, great. So as soon as I know, I'll let you all know.
And if you do need anything from us in the future for that, yeah, let us know. We'll
Well, I
put it,
usually
you know.
come and let you know how we're doing.
Yeah, yeah.
When we get pretty close to a deadline.
Yeah, we can certainly announce it, help advertise it, so everyone's coming up too, right? So-
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay, well, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate all your support.
All right, next up, we have a vote to declare the Norton Police Department's 2012 Ford F-150 as surplus.
And Mike Wilson just told me it's a beautiful vehicle if you want to buy it.
How much? $500?
It's not better than a great, certain gray Ford Taurus that I know of. I'll make a motion to declare the Norton Police Department's 2012 Ford F-150 silver gray VIN 1FTFX1EF3CFA 60400 as surplus.
Second.
All right, motion and a second. Meg?
Yes.
Denise?
Yes.
Alec?
Yes.
And I am a yes.
It's got a third of the miles that great Ford Taurus.
All right, now we have an update from Deputy Fire Chief Michael Wilson regarding the Narcan kits.
Okay, so, I'm not sure how much you know about the opioid settlement. The units will probably know a little bit more than me, but there was a settlement from the pharmaceutical companies, and each town and city got a certain amount of money to spend on different things. It is kind of strict on what you can spend it on. So between the police and fire department, one of the things that we came up with was these nasal Narcan kits. And the state is pushing us as EMS providers to give these out if we go to a call for someone for like a narcotic overdose, and to have them available to people, give them to them at the scene, and then have them at the fire department. So we took that money, and what we did is we made these bags. And I brought enough, I'll just pass them around. You can take a look at them. So, it's nothing, nothing great. It's, the bags has a Norton opioid prevention education. It says emergency nasal Narcan kit. And inside it has two nasal Narcan medications to give. It has a little card here that explains how to use it. And then in the back it has some local numbers, if people want to get help. The Middlesex Recovery, which is in Norton, and then the Brightview, which is in Attleboro, that is kind of affiliated with Sturgey Hospital, and also a Maine national hotline. And then the smaller one is just another card. There's a site on the state of Massachusetts that you can get all kinds of pamphlets and stuff like that, and they're all free. Basically, you ask them what you send them, you say what you want, and they can give it to you. And I had one that was really great, but the problem is they don't tell you how big they are, and it was like this big. So unfortunately, it doesn't fit in this. So we'll get smaller ones to put in there. That's the only thing we're waiting for. So what will happen is basically, if we can give these out at calls, we'll put some on our website saying if anybody wants to come in and get these, we don't take names, we don't do anything like that, they're free, and people can come to the fire department and pick these up. We got a couple more hurdles to go over with our medical director, but we're hoping that this is going to start up around March 15th.
And how long do the Narcan's inside last?
They're usually about 2 years, so they're not too bad as far as that. Sometimes you can get them a little bit longer, so these ones, yeah, these are March 2026, so not too bad.
Yeah.
As far as that goes. You know, we don't really want people to use expired medications, but it's probably not gonna be that big of a deal if they had, you know, if they had to do that.
And how many kits did you order?
So we ended up ordering, we got 100 kits and we got 200 Narcan, and then, you know, the rest of the stuff that goes with it. With that, we were also able to get some extra supply for our ambulance, and then the police department was able to get extra supply for the police officers. They carry the nasal Narcan with them too, so it worked out well. The kits are about $60. It's basically a kit with 2 nasal Narcans and about $60 for the 2. So not that bad, but at least I think this is something good for us to spend this on. You know, we figure we'll do the first 100, see how that goes, and if we need more, you know, I can't see us needing more than that, but obviously there's more funds there if we need to do that. And then the police department is doing other things with the funds too, like having speakers and things like that at the school. So it's working out well.
Okay. So I had a question, you may not have the answer, but a lot of people think that, you know, we're a small town, so it's not gonna happen here, nothing, you know, it never happens here, but it happens quite a bit. Do you know, on an annual basis, how many ODs you guys go to? Or
Yeah,
is it-
I mean, the fire department side and the police department responds to and do. Right now, we're probably about 30 or 40 a year. And again, it was, for a while there, it was much higher. We were doing anywhere from probably 50 to 60 of them. But it definitely has been a decline. I'd say in the last 3 years, there definitely has been a decline in it. But unfortunately, it's still there. So nasal Narcan has worked out really well. It's a medication that, you know, basically anybody can give. It's non-invasive. You just basically put it in the nose and that's it. There's, you know, no needles or anything like that. It works really well. It takes a little while. It doesn't take as long as, you know, an IV. It takes about 8 to 9 minutes for it to actually show its effects, but it's life-saving and it works really well.
Yeah, I think this is a fantastic idea to proactively save lives, so I congratulate all of you on this.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Any other questions?
Any more questions? Meg, do you have any questions? I didn't forget you.
No, I'm good, thank you.
Thank you so
Okay,
much.
thank you.
Thank you. All right, discussion on the spring annual town meeting warrant.
You have a draft of the warrant, so check it over. Any questions you have as you review it, you know, just drop me an email, let me know. Town council has reviewed the warrant, and at your next meeting, the water and sewer department will be here to discuss 2 articles. They have Article 9 and 10. And then down further, we have a request for Article 19 for you to ask the planning board to give their non-binding recommendation for the acceptance of Leonard Street North.
Does anyone have any questions on this at this point? This is the first draft, so.
Yeah, I haven't looked at it closely yet, but I'll be sure to shoot any questions I have.
Okay.
All right, so the next thing is to vote to refer the proposed layout of Leonard Street North as a public way in the layout plan to the planning board for its non-binding recommendations. I mean, to me, that's a no-brainer. I would definitely refer to the planning board. What do you think?
Mike, want to give an explanation of it?
Sure. So Leonard Street North, that is where Yale Appliance is located. So there's another space up there for another building that's being under construction now.
So is that the curve in the road where it goes left?
Goes left up, yep,
And they want the town to accept that road?
yes. And I know that the planning department has asked all the department heads to go out, water, sewer, and highway, to make sure that everything is built in accordance, and the review engineer for the planning board to look at it too.
So there's another parcel up there to be able to be
Down at
developed?
the end of the cul-de-sac, there's another building under construction.
All right, so I think we need to vote to authorize, oh, I'm sorry. to refer it to the, oh, Meg, do you have any questions on this?
No, I can't get the, I couldn't get the meeting.
Okay,
No, I'm good.
thank you.
My only question would be, could we get a map of it too? I'm having a hard time visualizing.
Yeah, well, this is really tiny.
Oh, gotcha.
But I'll email that to you.
I know we've seen it before, but we haven't voted on it
Yeah.
before. so-
Remember where the field was on the left, the field on the right, and then jog hard right again?
Yeah,
That road on the left-hand side there.
there's not a road there now.
It looks like it's an access just for another building they built on back there, but it's an actual road that they built. They stubbed a hole in the road in there.
Gotcha,
That's what it is.
okay.
All right, so this vote would just be to refer to the planning board for their non-binding recommendations.
So we'd like to make a motion to refer the proposed layout of Leonard Street Extension as a public way and the layout plan to the planning board for its non-binding recommendations.
A second.
All right, motion and a second. Meg?
Yes.
Denise?
Yes.
Alec?
Yes.
And I am a yes.
And I'm sending that to you now so you can see it.
All right. So next up, we have a discussion and a vote to authorize the superintendent of schools to submit the statement of interest in Mass School Building Authority for the Norton Middle School.
So the school department is filing a statement of interest with MSBA to see if they can receive funding for a portion of the cost for doing the roof of the middle school. The middle school was built in '89, and that's the original roof, so they actually had gone to the MSBA once before, but the roof hadn't been there for 20 years yet, so that MSBA said no, but now it has, obviously, and we're looking to apply to the MSBA for funding.
Any questions? Oh, yes.
Nope.
All right.
So I'd like to make a motion to authorize the superintendent of schools to submit the statement of interest to Massachusetts School Building Authority for the Norton Middle School.
A second.
All right, motion and a second. Meg?
Yes.
Denise?
Yes.
Alec?
Yes.
And I am yes. All right. Oh, wow. Other business, any topics?
Just one question. You did refer that as Leonard Street North, correct? Wasn't, yeah, wasn't Leonard Street Extension.
I read it. I read exactly what that was.
Yeah, okay.
Is that what it was supposed to be?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, any other topics? Yeah. Oh, we did that in the report and mail.
Okay.
All right, so now I guess we're on to the town manager's report.
Okay. I just gave you a spreadsheet tonight. We're still obviously working on the budget. Hopefully by Monday, we'll have all the numbers figured out and in. But we do have the revenue figured out, and what I gave you is just looking at a budget. If the schools went up 4%, the town went up 4%, and would be shot $719,941. And obviously, that's gonna go higher when we put all the asks. You know, what you'll see first is all the asks that everyone feels they need in their budget. And then we'll start working at what we can cut.
Yeah, so I think what we need to see though is not necessarily 4% across the board for everybody, is what do we need to have level services for all the different departments?
Right, yeah, that's what we'll, after, the next run will be what everyone submits, so you'll get to see that, and then we'll be working on the final cuts down to, and what everyone's submitting is level services.
All right, any questions on the budget at this point? All right.
I just wanted to give you an update. I was at Mass MEP, which is an organization helping out small manufacturers in Massachusetts, they had an event at CPS Technologies, which is an interesting company down on South Worcester Street. And what they do, some of what they do is, originally they were involved in developing lightweight armor early on in Iraq. A lot of the vehicles were being blown up from hitting, I'm sorry, yeah, we'll go back to that, IUDs. And so they developed the light armor to help protect them. And now they've developed another light armor to go on ships, Navy ships, because now there's small boats going and attacking ships, and this will help out. And they also said that they have on almost every satellite in the sky is part of their product. They make something that protects from the heat from sensors that are on the satellites. Pretty interesting. And they're a publicly traded company, and they made a point of saying how they like being in Norton, and they mentioned Reese Across America and the food pantry that they help out with. So just goes to show, you know, that a lot of people don't understand it, but when you do have businesses, they do like to help out, and they're good partners. I know they've always been great with the police department too. And while the state senator was there, and also the congressman, and the state senator was talking about the state, 5 months in a row has not, their revenues have come in lower than anticipated. And so the cuts they already made for this fiscal year, they're gonna have to make more cuts for this fiscal year in order to keep the budget level. So, scary thoughts, but so they said that their benchmark, their new benchmark that they set, they're not even meeting that benchmark. One thing I did see this week, that the state is saying they're going to begin lodging tax reimbursements for towns who have hotels that the rooms are being taken up by migrant population. So instead of we're not getting the rooms tax that we normally would get for those rooms. Doesn't mean that much for us, but it would be a little something. We collected about $21,402 less through the first 2 quarters of this year versus the first 2 quarters of FY23. So we'll see how that comes about. And I just want to let you know, we're working with Serpent. They received technical assistance for us from the state to work with us and the planning board on developing our Section 3A MBTA housing zone. So they'll be developing the plan and working with the planning board and going to town meeting in October, and then filing with the state once town meeting's over. And just on that, I was kind of a little upset when I saw that the Attorney General is taking Milton to court because the citizens voted not to do the MBTA housing, and she's trying to say it's mandatory. I mean, it's
a waste, it's a waste of money, Milton's gonna win that.
I can't believe that they would do that. One, for them to say that it's mandatory, well, it's not. I mean, if you don't do it, you're not gonna get grants.
Yeah.
And that's up to them. If they don't need the money and they didn't wanna do it, that's up to them. And for them to sue saying it's mandatory, that just blows my mind away that they're doing that. And I think they're gonna hurt it in the long run, because now other communities are gonna say, really, you're gonna pull that? Well, then forget that. So I wish they didn't do that.
All right, anything else, Mike?
Just one thing Alec was pointing out, he has a statement he's supposed to read that you've got to approve on the statement of interest with the MSBA.
Oh, you're pertaining to the roof for the middle school.
School, okay.
I just starts so resolved.
Is it that whole page?
Now, just this section in the box. So resolved, having convened an open meeting on February 29, 2024, prior to the SOI submission closing date, the Select Board of Norton, in accordance with its charter, bylaws, and ordinance, has voted to authorize the superintendent to submit to the Massachusetts School Building Authority the statement of interest form dated February 2024 for the Norton Middle School located at 215 West Main Street, Norton, Mass. 02766, which describes and explains the following deficiencies in the priority categories for which an application may be submitted to the Massachusetts School Building Authority in the accelerated program to install a new roof, and hereby further specifically acknowledges that by submitting a statement of interest form, the Massachusetts School Building Authority in no way guarantees the acceptance or the approval of the application, the awarding of a grant, or any other funding commitment from the Massachusetts School Building Authority, or commits the town of Norton to filing an application for funding with the Massachusetts School Building Authority. That was one sentence.
Good job.
Thank you, Ally.
Thank you.
All right, so now we're on to Select Board's report and mail. I have a couple quick things. As a lot of you may or may not know, I'm one of the founders of the Norton Business Association, and we are finally going to have a meet and greet on March 26th at Bog Iron from 6:30 to 7:30. It's for any Norton-based businesses to come learn what we're all about and hopefully potentially join. And another thing that came up in a discussion the other day, I know we've talked about it here before, but there is a senior tax program in town that can help seniors with paying their taxes by volunteering. I think there's people at town hall that come in, they do admin work. The eligibility, I think you have to, correct me if I'm wrong, Mike, over 60 years old, pay real estate taxes in Norton. I believe there's an income, factor there as well. One thing that I didn't know about this that I just learned is that if you have an elderly neighbor who is having trouble with their taxes and they can't physically do anything to volunteer, you can actually volunteer for them, and that credit goes to their taxes. So I would highly suggest going to town hall, and who do they speak to at town hall?
Board of Assessors.
Board of Assessors. So go to the Board of Assessors, learn more about this. I think it's one of the best programs we have. That's all I have.
Great.
Anyone else?
No, sir.
Oh, all right. Well, that was easy. So I approve the warrants as written, and if there's nothing else, our next meeting will be March 14th, 2024, and there's no executive session tonight.
I motion to close the meeting.
Second.
All right, a motion and a second. Meg?
Yes, that's a record.
Denise?
Yes.
Alec?
Yes.
And I am a yes. Thank you so much.